Imagine trying to eat an entire raw potato. Not cooked, not boiled, not baked. Just bite into it. Or imagine chewing through raw steak for dinner. No seasoning, no grill, just muscle, fat, and a whole lot of chewing. Even if you managed to swallow it, your stomach probably wouldn't be very happy. Now imagine doing that every single day. No ovens, no stoves, no frying pans, no campfires. For millions of years, that's exactly how our ancestors lived. Then something changed. Someone, somewhere, figured out how to control fire. And what happened next may have been one of the biggest upgrades in the history of the human brain. Not the invention of writing, not agriculture, not the wheel. Cooking. So how could something as ordinary as heating food completely reshape the human species? At first, cooking sounds like a luxury. It makes food taste better. It makes dinner more enjoyable. Maybe it kills some germs. Useful? Sure. Life-changing? Probably not. But that's because we think about cooking as chefs. Evolution thought about it as energy. Your brain is incredibly expensive. Although it only makes up about 2% of your body weight, it burns roughly 20% of your body's energy while you're resting. Imagine owning a tiny apartment that somehow uses the electricity of an entire shopping mall. That's your brain. It's always working, even while you sleep. Thinking isn't cheap. So here's the mystery. Where did all that extra energy come from? Because our ancestors weren't suddenly eating 5 times more food every day. Something else had to change. To understand that, imagine 2 people eating exactly the same carrot. One eats it raw. The other boils it first. They both swallow the same amount. Same calories. Same vegetable. But strangely, their bodies don't get the same amount of usable energy. Cooking changes food long before it reaches your stomach. Heat softens plant cell walls. It breaks apart tough fibers. It partially unwinds proteins. It even makes starches easier to digest. Think of it like opening thousands of tiny locked boxes before your digestive system even starts working. Instead of your stomach doing all the heavy lifting, the fire already did part of the job. Your body spends less effort extracting nutrients and gets more energy from every bite. It's almost like getting paid the same salary, but suddenly your rent is cut in half. You didn't earn more. You just kept more. Scientists have actually tested this. Animals fed cooked food often gain more weight than animals fed the same food raw. Even when the calorie labels are identical. Because calories on paper aren't always calories your body can actually access. Cooking unlocks more of them, which means something surprising. Fire became an external digestive system. Instead of your stomach doing everything, part of digestion started happening outside your body. Long before forks existed, fire was already helping digest dinner. But if cooking gave us more energy, where did all that saved energy go? Here's where things get weird. Look at other great apes. They spend hours every single day chewing. Gorillas, chimpanzees, orangutans. Their jaws never seem to stop moving. Some spend 5 or even 6 hours a day just eating. Now imagine spending your workday doing nothing but chewing salad. No podcasts. No Netflix. Just chew. 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 Humans are different. Most of us finish an entire meal in under 30 minutes. That's not because we're impatient. It's because cooked food is dramatically easier to chew. As food softened, our jaws didn't need to stay as massive. Our teeth became smaller. Even parts of our digestive system gradually shrank compared to other primates. Our bodies were saving effort everywhere. Almost like evolution found a shortcut. But saving chewing time sounds nice, not revolutionary. Here's the catch. Evolution loves trade-offs. If one body part becomes cheaper to maintain, that energy can be invested somewhere else. Guess which organ was waiting in line? The brain. Around the time early humans became much better at using fire, our ancestors also began evolving dramatically larger brains. Scientists still debate exactly how much cooking contributed. It wasn't the only reason. Eating more meat probably mattered too. Social cooperation certainly played a role. Climate changes reshaped food sources. Evolution is almost never caused by one single thing. But many researchers believe cooking became one of the key ingredients that made bigger brains possible. Not because fire magically created intelligence, because intelligence finally became affordable. Now imagine trying to explain this to one of our ancient ancestors. Good news! This roasted yam is going to help your great-great-great-grandchildren invent satellites. They'd probably stare at you, and then keep eating. Because evolution doesn't plan ahead. It just keeps rewarding tiny advantages. 1 extra calorie here. Little less chewing there. Slightly better survival. Generation after generation. Those tiny changes stack up. Until millions of years later, someone is building spacecraft. That's evolution's favorite magic trick. Small changes. Ridiculous outcomes. By the way, if you're enjoying this journey from campfires to space travel, you should probably subscribe now. Future you will thank present you. And unlike in most videos, future you actually has some evidence this time. But cooking changed more than our bodies. It changed our behavior. Think about eating a raw apple. You grab it. You eat it. Done. Now think about making soup. Someone gathers ingredients. Someone tends the fire. Someone stirs the pot. Everyone waits. Cooking naturally creates gathering. Instead of everyone wandering off with their own meal, people begin sitting together, waiting together, talking together. Anthropologists think campfires may have become some of humanity's very first living rooms. After sunset, there wasn't much to do besides stare into the flames, eat, and interact. Stories could be told. Knowledge could be shared. Children could learn simply by listening. Before books, before schools, before the internet, there was dinner. Fire also changed the clock. Most animals become inactive after dark. Humans didn't have to. A controlled fire gave warmth, light, and protection from many predators. For the first time, our ancestors had extra waking hours after sunset. Imagine suddenly adding an extra room to your house. That's what evenings became. A whole new part of the day. More time to bond. Plan hunts. Solve problems. Laugh. Argue. Maybe even invent the world's first terrible jokes. Cooking wasn't just changing food. It was changing time itself. But here's something almost nobody thinks about. Your mouth still remembers this history. Have you ever accidentally bitten the inside of your cheek? Painful, right? Part of the reason is that our teeth became smaller and our faces flatter over evolutionary time. Our jaws no longer needed to be giant chewing machines. In fact, many modern humans don't even have enough room for all 32 teeth. That's why wisdom teeth often become such a problem. They're like leftover furniture from an older house design. Your ancestors needed that space. You probably don't. Every awkward dentist appointment is a tiny reminder that your body still carries the fingerprints of cooking. And here's an even stranger twist. Scientists have tried living on completely raw diets. Many people lose weight, even while eating plenty of food. Not because raw food is unhealthy, far from it. It's because extracting energy from uncooked food takes more work. Our bodies evolved expecting at least some cooking. We've become so adapted to it that going completely backward isn't nearly as easy as it sounds. In a way, fire became part of the human digestive system thousands of generations ago. Not inside us, beside us. So, did cooking create human intelligence? Probably not by itself. Evolution is never that simple. But cooking may have quietly unlocked the energy, time, and social changes that allowed intelligence to grow far beyond what came before. The amazing part is that nobody invented cooking to become smarter. They probably just wanted dinner to taste better, or be easier to chew, or not make them sick. The biggest revolutions in history often start with surprisingly ordinary decisions. The next time you watch vegetables sizzle in a pan, or toast pops out of the toaster, or someone flips a burger on a grill, remember, you're looking at one of the oldest technologies humanity ever mastered. Not computers, not electricity, not engines, fire. A tool so powerful, it may have helped transform a clever ape into a species capable of asking questions about its own evolution. All because someone, somewhere, looked at a fire and wondered, what happens if I put my food in there? If this video changed the way you'll look at your next meal, imagine what other everyday mysteries are hiding in plain sight. Subscribe to Science Behind You, because the most ordinary parts of your life often have the most extraordinary stories behind them. And I'll see you in the next mystery.